Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and what a game of football that was between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. If you really want a derby match, this is what you would expect from a derby. That is what you want to watch. You want to watch in a derby, not like what we witnessed a couple of weeks ago in that Manchester derby. I mean, this game was so good. Both the teams really went at it. It was such an entertaining game of football, and in the end, even though it ended in a draw, I would say it was a fair result on the contest. Of the way that the game was played, of the way that both the teams approach it. I mean, it was a really entertaining game. So let's go ahead and start. Let's talk about it. It was, the stakes were already high for Bayern Munich, but after Leverkusen draw early on, the stakes became, even more important. They could have easily taken like a 5-6 points, 7 points lead over Bayern Munich if they would have won over Leverkusen, if they would have won that game. The pressure was even more now on Bayern Munich. It was Thomas Muller's last derby as well, because of course he's leaving at the end of the season. So the game started. It was a really high tempo match. Both the teams really went at it. I think Bayern started a lot better in the first 15-20 minutes. So I think being the home side, they took the initiative first. They created chances, and if not for Dortmund's keeper, I think Bayern would have taken the lead quite early on. But as the game went by, Dortmund grew into the game. They started creating their own chances, and it felt like end-to-end stuff. It was one chance at Bayern's goal, and then it would be on Dortmund side. So it was a very fast-paced game. As I said before, the tempo was very high, and of course in games like this, you always feel, and it often happens that the home side is even though they are playing much better, they are on the receiving end of a goal, and that's what happened as well. The first half, nothing happens. The chances are created. Both the goalkeepers make amazing saves. We go into the second half, and that's where all the fun had. Maximilian Baer for that first goal. I mean, he rises high. A great header, I would say. Most of the times, strikers would have a lot of the strikers, I would say, would have tried to head it from the other side of the goalkeeper, past his past his hand to the other side of the goal. But he uses his head instead of doing that, or instead of trying to go for power. He uses his heads it down towards, because he knows the goalkeeper is in the way the goalkeeper was. He was ready to jump, so it's hard for him to go down and try to heads it down between the legs of the goalkeeper. Ball goes in the back of the net. Dortmund take the lead 1-0. Second, I would say second half. In the first, I would say Bayern Munich were, let's say it was like a 60-40 advantage to Bayern Munich, but I think second half Dortmund came out really flying. They were the better side in the first half, in the early stages of the second half, and they took advantage of that. I think that was a crucial thing. In the first half, Bayern Munich were the better side, but they were just not able to take advantage of that. They were not able to score the goal. Dortmund, when at the moment they were on top, they took the lead, and they scored the goal. But unfortunately for them, they were not really able to hold on to the lead for that longer, because Bayern, at the moment they came back quite quickly. They started creating chances. I mean, that for the first goal, Serge Gnabry, I mean, what a game that guy had. Of course, being a former Arsenal player, I always have a soft spot for him. But the way that he played that game, it was involved in both of the goals. For the first goal, the run he makes, he basically takes away two defenders from Dortmund. Then he passes it inside, cuts back. Muller for setting it up for Guerrero's shot. I mean, what a great goal worked out for by Bayern Munich. It was a really well worked goal. Gnabry with all the pace, with all that, a great cut back. Muller on that, setting it up, and Guerrero with a great shot, and no chance for the goalkeeper. It becomes 1-1, and 4-5 minutes later, Gnabry yet again amazing run from that left hand side. I mean, he beats 3 defenders and then takes the shot, and it becomes and it goes in the back of the net. A 2-1, a great goal, a great solo goal. That's what you want from your wingers. I mean, it was just a spectacular goal from him, and a spectacular performance from Serge Gnabry, in the entirety of that game. It becomes a 2-1. But credit to Borussia Dortmund. A lot of the times this season, they would have, after going behind, they would have basically given up. But especially what happened midweek with them, conceding 4 goals from Barcelona, you would thought that a lot of that would have been on their mind as well. But as I said, credit to them, they fought back, they got their goal. But I mean, for the second goal again, of course, and then he was the one who scored the goal. But I mean, a lot of credit should go to Garisi. The way he fought the ball, the way everything is because of that. He's being held down by a player, but the way he still somehow managed to take a shot from that angle, and the goalkeeper saves it, of course. The ball falls to Anthony, and he takes the shot and becomes a 2-all. And after that, the chances were flowing in. I think both the goalkeepers had really good game. I think the defenders from both the sides had a good game as well. That's why there were not that many calls. In the end, as I said before, like, this is what you expect from a derby. When two big teams are playing, you expect good games, good football. You expect good goals, and you expect a lot of good saves as well. And that's what we got. That's what you want in a derby game. The game ends 2-all. Both the teams get 1 point, and Bayern Munich, I would say, in a way, they would be a bit disappointed, because, as I said, Leverkusen had dropped points earlier, so they had a good chance of extending their lead at the top of the table, but they were just not able to do it. But if you ask any Bayern fan and anybody who watched that game, they would say that it was a fair result. I don't think Bayern did enough to warrant it. I mean, not that Dortmund. I am not saying that Dortmund did no, but I think it was a fair result. Bayern would be happy that they did not lose the game, because they went behind, but as the way that they fought back, I think they would be really happy with that. It was again Thomas Muller's last derby as well, so he would have hoped to get a win in this one, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. Dortmund, on the other end, themselves would be really happy. They took the lead, they went behind, and they came back, especially after what happened midweek. They needed some sort of a response, and I think it was a really good performance from Dortmund. Their performances have not been that good this season. They have been so inconsistent. They are struggling in the league. That's why they are fighting back, tooth and nail to get into those Champions League places. And this was yet another one of those games where maybe they would have faltered after going behind 2-1, but they did not. And as I said before, credit to them, that they kept on fighting, and they made sure that they don't lose the game, because if Dortmund would have lost this game as well, I don't think they deserved. As I said before, I don't think any one of those teams deserved to lose that game. So it would have been a really a bad night for Dortmund if they would have not been able to get back into the game and draw it. So yeah, in the end, it was a really good game, in my opinion, a fair result as well. In terms of the league, we stand still there. Bayern were 6 points ahead of Leverkusen before the start of the weekend, and they're still 6 points ahead of them. Leverkusen drew, now Bayern have drawn as well, and Dortmund, they got an important point in their quest of the Champions League, and they would hope the other results go their way, so they can get closer to those Champions League places. But all in all, a great game of football and a fair result. So yeah, that is from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Bayern's performance, what you guys thought of Dortmund's performance, and with so many less games to go, where do you think the title is going to go? It is still up in the air. 6 point difference is not that much. So let me know, do you think Leverkusen are going to come back and retain their title, or do you think Bayern are going to get their revenge from last year and get back their title? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season. It's like 50 plus subscribers. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help us out. Until next time, bye bye.